The return of my Coin Lady channel brings me much joy. The ability to make payments has long been one of the most discussed applications of XRP. The sheer volume of yearly monetary transfers makes payments a hot topic, particularly when discussing international transfers. The market was worth $156 trillion at one point. This is a major development, as it has now risen to over $200 trillion, with a target of about $300 trillion. However, the most important issue is that many things have changed during the years, and many people still wonder if paying is still the main priority. Indeed, I do want you all to grasp the fact that this is the point at which the concept of flip the switch moments begins to take shape. Take vet_x0 as an example. They are validators and operators of nodes on the XRP blockchain. He published an excellent piece on the subject, but I'd want to elaborate a bit more so you can see where we are and what's to come, particularly from Ripple with relation to XRP and the XRPL. Jump right in. This article from Event claims that the integration of Ripple payments into the XRP ledger DEX is the moment the switch flips. To a large extent, many of us are in the dark about the inner workings of the proposals that are being considered. Ripple has shown, however, that the US dollar will not be the sole stable coin. It has been widely discussed about Ripple, so we know this to be true. However, it's important to consider the current situation in relation to Ripple payments and the integration of XRPL, also known as the DEX, into this architecture. Among the most significant events involving XRP and the XRPL that is likely to occur is that the rationale behind this is the immense potential for all those transactions to be settled and cleared through the integration of Ripple payments. Consider it a game changer. Now, many do wonder when or what is still preventing this from happening. In the end, it's clear that there are still some compliance concerns. Regarding the adoption side, there are several problems. For example, we still require a lot of adoption there, but on the whole, some major firms have already tapped in. We know this to be true since not only have several of Ripple's partnerships addressed this, but also some of the most regulated banks have spoken out about it. Now, naturally, many will jump to conclusions and argue that if there are only going to be 5 basic coins, then we won't have all fiat currencies as civil coins. However, many miss the mark when it comes to his intended meaning of stable coins tied to fiat currencies, not the 5 basic coins. Just how many are we going to require? A good example would be a set of 5 stable coins pegged to the US dollar and 5 pegged to the euro. Will that be the way it works? When it comes to stable currency, I believe it will likely have the widest adoption, because it has the best-in-class offering, which is incredibly successful. Oral USD is certainly something we're keeping an eye on, as our USD has established itself as a major participant in the stable currency market. However, I also think that might be a hint that Ripple is planning to release other simpler coins in the future. Again, he is free to do whatever he wants with this. It is my firm belief that the stable coin market is highly fragmented. I just don't see the point in having 100 separate stable coins, all pegged to the same money. One should be plenty, or at least 5 would do for this situation, in my opinion. But aside from that, it all starts at the end of December, when Brad Garlinghouse spoke about how Ripple will use their own products, which are R, O, U, S, and D. He even hinted at R, L, J, P, Y, and R, L, Euro. Kudos to Mr. XRP, because we are witnessing the construction of the Ripple net ecosystem firsthand. Payments are once again at the center of the Ripple discourse, and they have always been. It seems to me that a stable coin pegged to the euro and the yen would be very appropriate here. The Digital Pound Foundation is the place we need to be. They mentioned RLGBP as well. You have the RO yen, the RO, the euro, and the RL pound. In my opinion, the combination of these 3 stable coins seems great. They are, in my opinion, well on their way. Regarding these extra stable currencies, we still haven't heard anything from Ripple. However, Japan is a massive market for Ripple thanks to SBI and their presence there. The UK is a massive market for them, as we are also aware. We also know that they have been paving the way in the European Union for a while. A lot of sense is so assuredly provided. Even as early as December, XRP brought attention to the fact that RL, Euro.com, ROUS, and D.com all redirect to Ripple.com. We'll have to wait and see what happens with these. Additionally, in response to Trump's endorsement of a digital euro, the EU was actively working towards its implementation towards the end of January. Of US-backed stable coins. Stable coins, they said, may force banks around the world to cut ties with their customers. I mentioned yesterday that the latest announcement for the significant win for fintechs in Europe is encouraging, but let's wait and see what happens in the EU. The euro will undoubtedly lead us back to Ripple's website, Euro.com. Indeed, Crippen writer did publish an excellent piece on the subject, elaborating on its enormity. However, it was mentioned that we require stable Euro XRP. We are currently inundated with positive news, but I thought I saw a French bank announce one. Yes, a bank is located there. It's the Broad Society, and it's probably the VI years. This year, it will actually appear on the XRP ledger, but I'd like to claim that's the cash symbol for it. Although I am intent on focusing on the upcoming launch of Societe Generale's Forge, another major project, I wouldn't be surprised if Ripple announced intentions to deploy Euro on the XRP ledger this year. In my opinion, this will probably occur at the XRP apex. Perhaps I'm mistaken, but it seems like it would make perfect sense, particularly when so many of the connections are in sync. The process is within our expertise. So far, everything that Ripple has announced has been directly related to the European Central Bank's, ECB, announcements about fintech ambitions in the EU. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I will see you later.